Because what will make you wake up at dawn and go to the farm at 3 a.m.? Make sure you're cutting pepper before 5 a.m. It's the passion. If not the passion, then because somebody has told you that, oh, there's money in pepper, then you will fail. Or you think when you see the antique cars that are parked, you think the way when they put it for us, it's just looking all neat. That's not the state at which it was born. But because there's a passion, when you pick, no matter how dirty it is, you are already seeing how it's going to turn out. And sometimes it takes 5 years before you see that nice car. But in the beginning, it wasn't like that. When I started Ash Motors, it was a passion. The passion I started from my house. I started working on my own cars and it became a business. It became, should I say, a good business. Some of you are here, you are good at writing. Let's write a whole nice message and just put it on the platform. It's big business. Because people don't know how to put words together. But they have a message they want to send across. There are people that are putting words together for people and charging a fee for it. Those people that most of the speakers, I always say motivational speakers, who are they motivating? Nobody. At the end of the day, they will sit, you pay, they will tell you to pay, right? So you pay and you go and watch him talk. And he'll tell you, oh, you know, no. We need a paradigm shift from some of these things. What is your passion? Hans Kron would take a picture of his bike in the desert. It was RDB. When RDB picked the picture, it's the beginning of bigger things to come. Does he see it? That is the next question. Some of you have traits of success, but would you be successful? It's a different ballgame because you have to combine being street smart, the passion, and the next move is the money-making venture. Because it's not every business that makes money. When you can merge these three together, that is going to be the reason why we are here, to make the money becomes of essence. So it's so important that this passion, that should be a driving force. What is your passion on that? But look, cleaning. My pa lost his job in the bank. And he loves to clean. So I was like, you know, he will come to my house and do my cleaning for me, he will charge me small money, and then I'll pay. I was like, tell this to your business. I was like, who can't they clean? I was like, bro, you have cleaners in the houses. But the way you can clean toilets, tell this to your business. And I sure, I said, I know you can do the job, but you don't have the mind for the money making part. So I'll be your manager. And we all laugh about it. What did I do? So I got some friends, and I was like, you know something? I have somebody who can come and clean the house. I said, oh, but I have a cleaner. He said, no. He's going to clean the house for you, and for the whole day, we'll charge you 400 Ghana. I said, oh. I said, no. Fine, you don't pay. If it's done with the job, and you appreciate the job, then pay. We started with, so weekends, we started cleaning people's houses. It's been 9 months, and I'm telling you that the last time we did his revenue for the month was 35,000 Ghana cedis. People are booking, and he can't even go. Now, they are caught up with a challenge in the sense that someone will say, why don't you recruit more people?
But to be able to clean as well as he does.
Because there are people that will go and clean it because he wants money. They're not doing anything. So you told him to go and clean. He will clean, but he wouldn't clean So you also don't want somebody to go and do a shiny job and then you lose. So look, the guy is getting stressed.
That's the kind of stress I like.
It's making the back. So that's what I'm saying, that you have to be able to add that your passion can be your business and you make money. It's in Ghana that you don't see lots of businesses started in bankruptcy. I can tell you for a fact, in the bankers that 90% of the businesses that you hear all loud and now are going down. And they are borrowing to survive. Very soon, it will catch up because the last dot didn't scrutinize it. Will my business make money?
Lloyd was talking about cleaning, and Chris just popped into my mind. What to do with it? I believe when Chris told people that he was going to set up a detailing company, people were laughing at why you set up a detailing company and charge so much. I can go to the washing bay and go wash my car for 12 cedis. But he's charging thousands of dollars and he's delivering. If you've been to his place, you know the kind of work he does. And when they talk about some of the top automotive companies in Ghana, he's one of the first. You see, so discipline is very, very important when you're doing a business. And then again, I came from the days of letter writing, where if you wanted to sell something to somebody, you have to go to them, carry the load and take it to their house. You know, those times we were writing letters to Captain Planet and all those people. Yeah, but now you have social media. Social media is big business. All sorts of, you can open all sorts of businesses on social media and reach people in every part of the world. WhatsApp, take pictures, just send it to somebody. Personally, I started business without a dime. You know, I hear a lot of people say that, oh, I need capital to start a business. I need capital. And I laugh. There's something called a floating business. About 20 years ago, there was a friend of mine who was selling laptops, and I just had my commission, market it, and get my money. I got enough money, bought my own laptop, and I started, and it wasn't enough for me. More money comes with more problems. So I started looking at bigger things and looking at the passion that I have for cars. I decided to go into cars, and well, that brought me good revenue also. So I still do floating business. I have property websites online that I sell $1 million properties. And you don't lose anything if you post somebody's house for sale with your commission. If you sell it, you make your profit. If you don't sell it, you lose nothing because it's not your money you've invested. So instead of going to stand by somebody's Range Rover and taking pictures, you could open a business and make money. Social media is big business.
Yeah, it's really big business. Okay, so we're looking at commercializing ideas. So Lloyd knows most of the stuff I do. So I sell cars and I'm a consultant. So somebody will ask, so how come you couple two things at the same time? I think Lloyd does a million things at the same time. How do I do it? Like Jay says, social media. How are you commercializing a business from your ideas? I got my business run from my dad's business. Okay, my dad was running one of the big time, the Daddy Lumba days, car dealing business where they used to bring 30 Kia Prides and all that, you know, from Korea, and everybody's all over the place, you know. And when I lost my dad, and we realized that people were stealing the cars, you know, the business was just going to disappear. So I told my brother, let's sell all the cars we have. He was like, are you mad? I said, yes, I'm mad. Let's sell it. My focus was, what stream of vehicles do the 1% buy? That was my focus. I'm not taking the 99% out. But my real target market was the 1%. The 1% wants a Porsche 911 Turbo S. What does it take to get a Porsche 911 Turbo S? Who do I need to talk to get me the Porsche 911 S? I don't need to have $200,000 in my account to figure all these things out. Now, as a consultant, I also realized that in Africa, we do not value service. So we don't make services monetary. So for instance, South Africa, you have 3 people sitting here, by the time we walk out, cha-ching, our bank accounts are really $50,000 each. For talking what? 1 hour? 2 hours? Now, here we like free advice. You know? So you come, you ask me, so Jeffrey, what does it take to get me this, and when I'm done, you go home for free. Hell no. So I send you a check. Now, what does it take to put all these things together? 1, know your service. You really need to know your service. You really need to know your figures. Like that. So if someone calls you, yo, I need a Land Cruiser. I have a budget of X and Y. Can you get it? How long would you take it to get it? You should know what you're about. At the end of the day, all that service I've given you is paid for. And that's how I make my money. So after selling all my dad's cars, I didn't go and buy a car. I did not. I rather chose to improve service delivery. Like I told Lloyd, I just drove from Takrady to deliver 2 cars. Just 2 cars. I could have left over my drivers, I could have done, but no. As part of our service, we choose to walk to the client. Like Jay says, we do the old school way. And it goes a long way for the client. Because there are some clients that can never do business with me unless I fly wherever I am in the world. Let's know the story. And I land on a Friday, have a conversation, and the following day I'm out. Just because it's customer service. We build the brand on customer service. Know your brand, know what you sell. You do not necessarily need to have $1 million to build that brand. Run with the idea, speak to people with the idea, and boom, you're on your way to making it.
Gosh, that's a lot. It's really double-minded. So, when it comes to business, I just want to hear from you. You all are in business one way or the other. Could you please share some insights on some of your failures and heartaches? Because nowadays on social media, everyone can just pick up the phone and be like, I made $1 million, this, that. But they don't really, see the downside. Like, as we say, Accra, they don't tell us like the hard side. So can you please share some light on some of the disappointments in your business career?
Okay. So in our line of business, we deal a lot with trust. And I always tell my guys I work with. So our company is Kwesi Auto Consulting. We are not necessarily a company. So Lloyd knows what I mean. We are a group of partners. So if I need a Lamborghini, I don't need to call Lamborghini. I need to call somebody who can get me to Lamborghini. I need to call somebody who can get me, that's it. Failure. Like I said, it has to do with trust. So there was a time where I made a deal with some importers. And one thing we're also known for is delivery. End of story. I deliver. That's mine. If I won't deliver, I won't deliver. If it's not happening, it's not happening. It's not good for business, it's not good for business. So sometimes when you look at your service chain, you realize that you have to put in people in certain roles to make things happen. Now, like Lloyd said, there were people that can say what they said, but they couldn't deliver. And I had some importers who almost ripped me off. So we had done business a couple of times. Apparently, they had gone down at their end of the world. I didn't know. And we were almost due to transfer a whole lot of money. Then the Swift transaction flagged because they had a loan at their end. That's what saved me. And that was when I learned to do due diligence, the hard way. So moving forward, I had to double check my sources, double check your sources, because I would have lost a whole lot of money and it would have cost me so much. And one key thing is, no matter how big the money is, never lose your reputation. Your reputation will always go ahead of you. The money won't. Nothing would, but the reputation would. Like I said, let them mention your name and stand out for something. And that's the most important thing. So for us, that was the thing that we saw as one of our, could have been our biggest failure at that point in time, because we didn't do due diligence. And moving forward, we learned our lessons. Whenever you learn your lessons, please, you have to keep it up and correct them.
I have a similar story, just like Chrissy's story. in my case, I was actually defrauded, and it was a lot of money. And whoever is a lot of money. But at the end of the day, we had to recoup that money. So as a businessman, you prepare yourself for all sorts of risks. Business comes with risk. No matter what kind of business you're doing, if you're importing televisions or whatever, you should prepare yourself for risk. Yeah, so yeah, basically that's it.
I always say that from even the devil came from heaven. So there's nothing like a perfect environment, and more risk, more reward. When it comes to business, your exposure is key. It's one thing that most businesses take for granted, and they get bent really hard. Never do an investment which is almost 40% of the revenue. It doesn't work. The reason being that it can go bad, and it's not going bad because deliberately somebody wants to. Yeah, there are fraudsters in town, but imagine, okay, fine, he's importing cars, and for him, delivery is key. Then there's a problem. I've shipped when I was shipping my M5, the E60, my GL was in the container, and then an E350. And custom seized the container for almost 7 weeks in the States, because that was the time of theft. So they had to do a lot of investigations and check that the title was genuine and all those kind of stuff. So if I was in this business, and we can deliver, we're giving the client this. Understand something. No matter the service that you deliver, somebody also can do better. You are in competition with him. What is your trump card? For his trump card is delivery on time. So if you can't deliver, and you'll be surprised. A client will tell you that, okay, no, I don't want to take it. I don't want to take it. Your money is locked up because you also invested knowing that you're going to sell it to him. And I don't want to take it. You're caught up with a hot cake. Those are some of the pitfalls that you have to look out for. Number two, it's so prevalent in Africa that we don't understand partnership. And it's so, look, if we can understand partnership, trust me, we'll make tenfold the amount of money that we make. Why? Jay will tell you, if people come to work for me, I'm like, oh, I'll put my phone. Jay, please, I have a client for you. Because there's actually so why should I really bring it? Why should I crack my head? No. I would send it over to him. Most of you are unemployed. But trust me, if 3 people will come together, you'll be surprised the amount of money you make. But the next step is when the money comes, read section. You may be running your business. You may be having segregation of revenue. Then red line buys a Porsche. Then the other two people like, Charlie, they try to money pass me. Then jealousy sets in. What then happens? People now will come one day and play that, you know, please, I want my part of the business. Somebody comes to me and the person goes like, but you're the one doing all the hard work in this program. Are you a partner? I said, no. I need to go open yours. And I was laughing. I said, Charlie, you really like money. I said, do you have 10 minutes? He said, yes. I said, okay. Rich Coco was my boss's thesis when he was in school. I don't know if I've shared the story before. So, during his masters, he was from Ghana. He wrote a team battle, he chose Coco. But in the States, for masters, what they do is that you bring people from the industry to sit as a panel to scrutinize your business plan. After the business plan was scrutinized, the former MD of Nestle was on the panel. He was like, go back to your country. This can work out. He was in such in 6 figures. Why should he leave? The man called him every day. What are you doing here? Go back to your country. So he said he came back from the office around 3 years. He had to leave back at 5. I said, wow, how long can I do this? So he came with $50,000. This plan, looking at investments. We needed $2 million at that time to start a business. No bank was willing to give us small boy. It was 30 by then. Like small boy. At that time it was Barry, it was Cargill, big players. So he went back to the States and Fortis Bank. He was like, okay, $2 million is nothing. Trust Bank was the local rep of Fortis in Ghana. So we called Trust Bank, we're like, okay, we have a business plan from Ghana, see the locals on the ground, can you scrutinize the business plan and give us your feedback? Then Trust Bank goes like, Fortis will do it, we can do what we have. The same people that rejected the business plan initially. But our initial plan was almost $10 million at that time. What did we do? We had to bootstrap the whole business plan. When we say bootstrap the whole business plan, it's like telling yourself that, okay, I need 10,000 to start buying tomatoes and sell. But you can't get 10,000. Doesn't mean you should go to sleep. So bootstrapping is like, okay, I have only 1,000. What it means is that I can still buy tomatoes with 1,000, but I can't buy what in large quantities. So the whole business plan was bootstrap, and then we started. Now, the strength of niche is that the owner is sharp when it comes to the financial markets. He's not good with the managing the facility. That's not his strength. That's my strength. With the partnership, we are running a multi-million-dollar business. We're the biggest in Ghana, and we are the most profitable. Most people don't know. But niche, for 3 years running, is the most profitable business in Ghana. Imagine if I sit back and, I had a company coming in, a very big company, who comes in like, we know you're the backbone of niche. We're going to give you 6 figures to come and work for us. And when you are good at something, people will try and coach you. I'm not even 6 figures. But credibility is key. We start with it, and where are we today? It's so important that as young people coming up, the business idea, okay, Hans is good with photography. I'm good with marketing. What do you do? Because it's surprising, Hans alone won't make money out of photography. But with the right partners, this can go very, very far. Partnership is key. And you should start identifying. ARC shouldn't be just petrol heads we meet and just have fun. Or it's all about cars. No. You should start identifying people within the pack. that you feel that if I'm right on the shoulders of Jay, I can be successful. And I always tell people one thing. Successful people ride on the shoulders of the best in practice. Often than not, they have just an idea. Others will team up. It's not all about Charlie. Somebody who is one that said, go carry it. It has to go beyond. Yes, I may not be moved by maybe, okay, if you're to self-photography. In my younger years, yes, I would spearhead that. But yes, I may not be moved by maybe all the stress for 5,000 Ghana, right? But today, the stress of 5,000 Ghana would have a positive impact in Hanscom's life. So, there are a lot of successful people who sit with these ideas, but who won't invest in it because they're looking at the bigger picture. It's very, very important that we partner for success. There are some that will break away, and will break away on a positive way, in the sense that, yes, we've come together now, Charlie, I want to watch it on my antique. As much as he does antique, he has newer cars coming in as well, because at least they have to support the income. But when the business grows, you can tell themselves that, okay, strictly antique. So when it comes to the newer cars, I have a partner workshop that I would send to. I do spraying, I do body works. Do I have it? No. And I found somebody that I'll outsource the parts of business to. And these are the essential that I'm expecting young people. Yeah, I always say that the fun part is there. And we can WhatsApp for the whole day about useless stuff. But at the end of the day, it's so essential that we need to start thinking of partnerships. Because the job is not there. I'm telling you, in this modern day Ghana, 2020, more people will lose their jobs because businesses are failing. It is high time that the young ones start thinking of themselves and stop looking at somebody and it's more like, hey, if I don't get a job, that's it. I always say before you move from one mountain to another, you have to descend to one. Nobody jumps from one mountain to another. Sometimes the hardships that come in the business are stepping stones for greatness. Because without it, look, we were supposed to pay for beans from Cocoa Board. How somebody hacked into Cocoa Board's system, we don't know. So we had made the offer for beans and given us, they had an invoice. And the invoice was like, okay, pay the $60 million into our account in, which country was that? I think it was in China or one of those Asian countries. You know, because we've been paying always, we also did, they said, oh, this time around, transfer the money into this account. And then the financial department paid $60 million, not knowing it was a fake account. People had hacked into the system. By the time we realized that the fonts of the document was different from Google's normal fonts. We called them and were like, no, this is not our account. So they already buy $60 million. That day, we released it. We called the bank. They said, oh, they've received the money. But they can't do anything about it. Our luck was that they were 5 hours ahead of us. So we called around 2 a.m. Now the person that picked the phone was a new person. So for them, they were like the only person that can authorize the reversal is the owner of the account. So we're like, Charlie, the owners of the accounts had to fake. They're okay, I should send an email. They had to fake an email. We sent it to them, and then boom, they reversed 60 million. I'm telling you that my boss told me in the face that if they are taking that money, they are committed suicide. I'm being real. said he